This episode is brought to you by Le Phone Stop. Located at 5900 Sherbrooke Street West in NDG, Le Phone Stop offers a full range of cell phone services, including repairs, activations with Lucky, Kudo, and Chatter. They also offer a selection of new and second-hand phones, including iPhone and Samsung. Need more than just phone services? Le Phone Stop also handles computer repairs and provides internet options to keep you connected. Support local and visit Le Phone Stop today. And now, back to your podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode, an amazing episode. I'm excited about these episodes because we have so many amazing people, and tonight we have two amazing people. Two. And that's the way we roll.
I would say three.
Oh yeah.
And
okay.
you're the host.
Yes, but I was gonna
And the host.
At this point, 4.
At this point, okay. Well, I didn't want to include her, but if you want to.
It's okay, that's why you're behind the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we can shut him out anytime. No, we can't because we're going to hear his
Yeah,
voice.
I'm the one who can shut you out.
Yeah.
I can mute your mic in 2 seconds. It's
Yeah?
great.
Are you sure?
I
Are you sure they
can.
won't hear me?
Well,
Look, they
actually,
hear
yeah,
me.
you're right. Don't hear any from anywhere.
So he can't combat that. So I'm so glad, I'm so excited because we have a lot happening here, and we're going to explain it in a minute because we already started with the happening.
Like all the one, it's a dream podcast for me already. Just started off.
We had to keep him behind the camera just to play it safe for the
real.
bottles. Actually, I just wanted to touch on one of our sponsors that was introduced at the beginning of this podcast, Le Phone Stop. Thank you so much, Le Phone Stop, for your sponsorship. And as explained in the ad, if you ever have cellular issues or if you want to buy a Samsung, iPhone new or secondhand internet, this place has all your needs. And he's very, very nice. The owner's name is David. And we thank you so much for your encouragement, and we thank you so much for being around because people really do need cell phones and internet.
You know, we
nowadays.
never know where to go to fix our phone if there's a crack.
Exactly.
You know,
We
you
get
walk into a
confused.
mall.
And where is this person?
In NDG, it is at 5900 Sherbrooke Street West in NDG.
Yeah.
Very, very nice and very dedicated and very reliable. And he's definitely willing to service all his clients.
Amazing.
Whatever it is that you need. So it's true. We have a hard time. I mean, I don't want to go to Apple and spend $1,200 to fix my S button, right? This guy does it on the spot, you know? So thank you so much. And our second sponsor, and okay, wait, we have to say it.
Van, you're the man.
I love this guy, Van Kropsel, Remax Real Estate Broker, Remax Alliance. He is outstanding, and nobody can come even close to Van in terms of rapport, in terms of expertise, in terms of knowing what he's doing, in terms of buying, in terms of selling, in terms of notaries. Any contact you need, any area of Montreal, North Shore, South Shore, he's definitely your guy. At Kip Kropsel, 438-402-9471, VANC at remax-quebec.com or vankropsel.com. Thank you so much, Van. Always a pleasure. You rock, and you know it.
You're the man.
You're the man.
Yeah.
Now we're going to start with our podcast. Why? Because we're the cool people, and then you have Vanny. It's okay, Vanny. It happens to the best of us.
I'm gonna have.
I was just looking to see if you're secure there.
So guys, you see
So
that
far, so
car?
good.
You see that car right behind everyone? I'm parked in
There
front
you
of a
go.
fire hydrant. I'm living life on the edge here. So.
If
Dangerous.
any officers see
Oh
that,
fuck! Look at that. There. Okay, I just
There
don't
you
want to get a
go.
ticket.
Okay.
Indiana
that
Vanny.
came
Indiana.
close. That's an in-joke.
I'm crazy like that.
Oh my God, let's tame you. No, we can't. So I have the privilege to introduce two amazing people that one I just met and one I've known for Maron.
Long time.
Is it the first time you do Let's Talk It Out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
wow, cool.
Yes.
So welcome.
I've done 2 or 3
Sessions.
with
He's
you.
done sessions.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
sessions.
Okay, that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah. So this is the
It's-
first Let's Talk It Out. This is the one you want to be on, let me tell you. Because look, yours do, but me, I have more. So I would like to introduce you. They are both the founders and creators, as we can say, of the company Korked, and we will let you discuss further on that. Mr. Charles Vaccaro and Joe Socci, welcome.
Thank you so much.
podcast.
Awesome to be here. It took quite some time to get here, I'll be very honest.
Yeah,
We're not going to talk about
it's not the day for driving.
It's
That's
not
what
But
it
it's
is.
not every year you get 74 centimeters.
I guess not. You know what? Awesome to be here with you guys. Appreciate it.
thank you.
And,
Thank
Yeah,
you.
looking forward
plus
to-
he lives far. Like,
Okay, no.
Like-
It took me no time to get to Montreal. The problem is once I hit Montreal.
Montreal.
it takes you a long
only
time to
people
get to
from
where
the
you're going
South
in
Shore say
Montreal.
stuff like that.
So what do we have here? We have North Shore, South Shore, and Montreal. Montreal, is that
I'm
it?
North
North
Shore.
Shore.
I'm
North
North
Shore.
Shore.
Oh,
Yeah.
everybody's in North Shore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Where are
it.
you? Where the area?
I'm in Laval, Ute.
Okay, Notai, and
Yeah.
you're.
I'm right off Papineau and the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm the outsider.
Yep.
You're
You're the
Saint
outsider.
Constant. I think you're.
No, Cons, yeah.
Well, not really,
Wow.
because your roots, they're from
The roots,
Saint Leonard.
yeah, the roots are
and
from Saint Leonard.
Here we are,
There
right?
you
So
go.
you're still, attached to the Montreal.
100%.
There you go. We can't lose that.
100%.
So you're a Saint Leo boy, right?
Yeah, yeah. big
Okay, so
time.
kids, music, you know where that
Everything,
was, the
everything.
Laurier Mac.
The
And,
whole-
okay, okay.
Well, Joe
Castle-
graduated. He graduated from Laurier, but
Yeah.
a bit before me.
Casteltina, you know, that whole.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is that?
What
I'm
is
not
that?
quite sure. What is that? I don't know.
Down the stairs. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, vaguely he used to see that through the window from McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
Vaguely.
Vaguely. Which is not, McDonald's is gone. Like, what
Yeah.
the hell, man?
Yeah, what? Actually,
Yeah,
what
and
did
so
they
is
put there?
Casteltina, by the
Metro.
way.
So it's got, yeah,
Metro.
yeah.
A
the
metro.
A metro.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah.
gonna, yeah.
Like a subway metro?
The
or
subway,
metro?
yeah,
Oh,
no. Yeah, subway.
Groceries.
No, the
subway?
subway's going right to where the
Yeah,
McDonald's
well,
is.
there,
Not
Lacordaire,
on.
and Langelier,
Langelier,
the
yeah.
blue line is continuing from Saint Michel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why?
Well, because they want to add it. But now, who cares about the metro? Because I
Now
see
we-
bottles of wine
Now we're gonna
everywhere.
get to the nitty gritty.
That's why
All
we're
right.
here, eh?
Yes, that's why we're here. So the first thing that we're going to discuss is A, how you came up with the name.
Okay.
And B, tell us a little bit more about this luscious display you have on the table.
Well, the name I would say is kind of interesting because I don't think there's so many wine organizations in Quebec and all over Canada, all over North America that usually use words like vintages and wine in the name. So we wanted something totally different.
Okay.
Like something, because if you think of the word corked, it's not really a positive connotation. Because when a wine is corked, it's usually not drinkable.
Okay.
So that's why we didn't spell it with a C, we spelled it with a K, and just to make people talk. So
Oh,
we
nice.
kind of use like a reverse psychology for the name.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Some people need reverse psychology.
Yeah, big time.
Or psychology.
Or psychology in
Psychology
general.
Or psychologist.
Psychologist, psychoanalyst. We won't go there. That's why you have wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one thing we can guarantee is our wines are not corked. That's for
Nice,
sure.
Yeah.
nice, good.
So,
100%.
having said that, some people need wines. Joe's been in the business almost 20 years now.
Oh, wow.
And I've been friends with Joe like
Forever.
forever. And the wine culture, I think, became bigger during COVID. But through social media, the wine culture was
100%.
always there.
Yeah.
But you know, all the memes with it's wine o'clock or it's wine day or Wednesday wine day, and you know, like I can't wait to finish work. I'm gonna go. You know. So the culture kicked in, and so here we are. You know, Joe about a year and a half ago, we were talking. I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me come in with you and let's start. You know. Getting the show back on the road because you know COVID slowed down pretty much everybody.
Exactly.
And
So
you know-
you always imported wine?
Pre-COVID, yes. And now what we're doing is we're using different agencies in the Montreal area.
Okay.
And we get our wines from them except for certain. I could explain. And so it gives us a bigger variety of selection. Because there was about 400 agencies in Quebec, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow.
But now they're slowly going by the wayside because it's very expensive to run an importing agency. And a lot of these people
Absolutely.
don't just import wines, sometimes they import other stuff.
Yeah, they get better shipping prices, I would imagine.
Exactly. So
and
now we work closely with, I would say about three very good agencies in Quebec right now.
Okay, so how many wines do you...
I mean, it can vary. The wine list always varies from month to month. And,
okay.
What happens is, when it's a private import, because we only deal in private imports, it's not like they order like 7 pallets of a certain type of wines. They want a wider variety, so they order a lot less.
Okay.
So that's why in private imports sometimes you can order a wine and then you try to reorder it and you might have to wait a little bit more to get the actual wine that you drank 2 months ago.
So do you have like your? Sorry, I'm taking over, Lisa. I'm like,
It's okay.
we're talking.
This is definitely the Vanny
We're
talk.
talking wine here,
But
so
they're
I'm
very
loving
good
it.
questions. I mean,
So you have like your staple 5 or 6 that you always have, and then
Yeah, exactly.
And then on a monthly basis, you might have access to 3, 4, 5 more, whatever it may be.
yeah. Well, for example, if it's the middle of summer, nobody likes to drink Amarone because they're too heavy.
Okay.
So you just remove it from your list and you put something maybe like a rosé in there just to replace it.
yeah.
So you try to play the market a little bit.
Okay.
And you try to.
But once you know a wine that hits, you're gonna kind of always
100%.
have
There's
it.
always that staple,
Okay. Okay.
or at least a few.
Yeah.
And then there's some wineries that Joe has great relationships with. Like last year, they gave us an exclusivity, which is the same company that does the Centoventi. Well, Centoventi is the brand, but the Vermentino is the white. They had a Ciliegiolo, which is a wine that we sold quite a bit, but it was made for the USA.
Okay.
It was made for a private company in USA, and they gave Joe exclusivity for us to have it.
Wow.
And it was just amazing. It is still amazing. Just we haven't got another batch, but it was like what 4 or 5 different grapes in there.
But Ciliegiolo is a single variety grape.
Okay.
And it's not. It's. I think they might have one at the SAQ. At least they did in the past, and it's something you don't find in the market. So Charlie and I were very happy to have it like on our list.
So all of your wines, you don't have like the SAQ doesn't have any of the ones.
Well, the way it works, okay, whether it's my wine, another agency, everything has to go through the SAQ.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in other words, you can't store it in your garage.
Yeah.
So in other words, what happens once you make a deal, like for example, if you're at a wine show in France or in Italy and you're interested in a wine, well, what you do is you take down all the information of the vineyard that you're visiting, and then it has to be sent to the SAQ because you're not bringing in the wine. The SAQ goes and pick it up for you.
Oh.
Yes.
How do you say
That's
monopoly? What?
interesting.
Yeah. So then there's your agent. He places the order.
Yeah.
And then the SAQ does everything. Then it ends up at the SAQ. But your question was
They can't sell it.
no.
No.
It
Okay.
belongs to us or the co-op of agencies that we work with.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Okay, and they take a. If this is personal, I don't know.
No,
if
it's not
They
personal.
take a percentage of every
Well,
bottle.
they don't take. It's tagged on.
Tagged on.
Okay.
It's like a tariff that our new word of the year. But
Okay.
Yeah.
it's not like, hey, you have to give me 10%. It's tagged on, and that's what we pay our bottle, and then we,
They have-
collectively we
okay.
price it to to
People,
make sense.
sometimes a lot of people who travel, like for example, if you're whether you're in Portugal, Spain, Italy, France, is how could the bottle just cost €3 and
Yeah,
80
exactly.
cents? Well, that's the actual cost. If I could see the same bottle. Like I was in the south of Italy last summer, and there was a wine that sold over here. I paid it. I think it was like €4 here, and over here it was about $38.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it's not the norm, but you see a lot
Yeah.
of stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is like you said, Steph, it's a monopoly, and you just got to work inside the monopoly if you want to stay into that type of business.
Now, what is special about your wines?
Well, it's not that they're special. I think all wines are good, and a lot of agencies all have excellent wines. Just because I like it doesn't mean the people we're selling to are going to like it.
Yeah.
So when we decide on what wine we want to present, yeah, it's important. Like I'll know if the wine is good or if it's weak or if it has a nice finish, if it has a good nose. But you also you want to sell to the masses. So it's not important what I like. You want to choose something that you think a lot of people are going to like.
But how did you learn about this? I mean, is
This
it
is
something
it.
that you've done a long time or?
No, I'm not a sommelier.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, people say I'm a sommelier. To be a sommelier, you have to work inside the restaurant industry. So
Okay.
even if I went to sommelier school, I can't really say I'm a sommelier if I'm not in a restaurant or a hotel serving wine. That's
Okay.
most people don't know that, but that's what a sommelier is. You have to work in the restoration business.
Yeah.
And what happened is I hooked up. It's called Agence PF. It's an agency in Montreal. She just hired me on a whim. I was kind of confused. I was fed up with the corporate world. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I had opened up a shop for 3 years. It was a chocolate store, and then I turned it into a private import for olive oils, everything, crackers, and a lot of stuff, candy, a lot of imported stuff.
Yeah.
So I hooked up with this lady called France, and she's still in the business, not in the private import, but she's in bottling right now. And she gave me a chance. I go just to learn the ropes, because I was always in sales. So they need, I mean, whether you're selling wine or anything else, I mean, sales is sales at the end of the day. So that's how I learned. So I learned on the fly and with a lot of reading, but I was always passionate about wine.
Oh, yeah? So what's your favorite out of the ones that you have?
Right now?
Yeah.
That's a good question. These days, I'm drinking a lot of Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Okay. This particular one that we have today is from Bourgogne, from Burgundy. So I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like the lighter wines. I'm not into the heavy like cabs, like the American cabs or.
Okay. And now, how do you know which wines you want to make? Right? Like, what is it that says, okay, well, today I'm going to make a Pinot, or I'm going to do a Sauvignon or a Cabernet Sauvignon? How do you know, like, what inspires you to make your wine?
Well, we don't produce the wine, but we do choose it, and it all depends what I'm looking for and what we're looking for.
So what are you looking for?
Well, okay, so there's this, right? So we have the task of choosing our wine list for our clientele.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what happens is when we do a wine tasting, which we've done, in the past, this is a small version of our setup. Usually there's like the 12 bottles.
Yeah.
And with different price ranges, different grapes, different whites, different countries, different selections. And our job, which is the fun part, is to host an event, like maybe one night here at the Société Art Villery.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we invite our friends, and we ask our friends to invite their friends, and you have a tasting, and then it's really up to you at that point to ask us the questions, right?
Okay.
Oh, I love this. Like before, we gave you the Vermentino, and I explained it to you when I got here that it's like just the holy water in
Smooth.
a bottle.
It's very smooth.
And then that's what I like. Doesn't mean that you like.
Yeah.
Chances are you will, because it's a specialty wine. It's
Yeah.
a special white wine.
Well, I'm still not sure. I think
I think, you guys got to get into it.
So it's really
you.
that's our mission, is to
Stefano.
to
Damn right.
give a chance to our clients to taste it, because sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with it. You could go to the SAQ, you could go to Costco, you could go to Maxi, and you look at the bottle and
There you go.
it's red.
You're welcome.
Right? It's red, and you're taking a chance.
Yeah.
And you bring it home, and you probably made a good choice, because
We hope you made a good choice.
no, but
You're
most
gonna cry. I have to cook
most
with this
wines are
now.
good, but when you come to a private import, they're a little bit higher grade. They come from they're not mass bottled for, let's say, Maxi and stuff. And the same. Our quality stuff is the same at the SAQ.
Yeah.
You could have a $18 bottle of wine or a $35 bottle of wine, but you could have a really good bottle of wine at $18.
Yeah.
But you don't get to taste it when you buy it. So our advantage is that we offer this, so the golf tournament, cigar parties we've done, so it's really that. And then you get, like I said, you get to taste it. Hey, Joe, what's in this thing? And he'll, because I'm learning still.
Yeah.
And it's wines that they can't buy, really. They have to really go through us because they can't find it at the SAQ. So
Oh, okay.
so that's the whole idea behind it. So to have something you can say exclusive.
Yeah.
Because chances are, if they're hosting a dinner party and they put a wine on the table and people say, "Oh my God, where can I get this one?" Well, you gotta go through a private importer. It's not sold at the SAQ. Can't find it in stores.
So there's a lot of steps to this if you want to be a private.
There's steps. I mean, it's feasible. It's very complicated. It's a complex business, really.
Okay.
Because we're working within a monopoly.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's feasible,
Yeah.
and it's not all bad. What I'm saying, the SAQ is there for a reason, and I mean, you walk into an SAQ store, it's pretty amazing that you have all those countries represented, and so.
But isn't it? I find it amazing that when you go to if you're doing a party, you're hosting a party. And, I got to go to the SAQ. You ask the guy, I mean, he'll take the time to help you, but it's on the clock,
Yeah.
You're
He's got to put
you're
away
limited.
28,000 bottles. You guys are specialty, you know your stuff.
Connoisseurs.
And I can call you and say, hey, I'm having 50 people. How many bottles of wine do you think I need? You know, and you'll say, I don't know if you deliver, if there's a fee for delivery, you know, and I'll say, how many wines should I have? What white, what red? And you can just say, well,
100%.
Yeah.
you know, and that's, I to me, that a touch of.
By the way, we always deliver.
Yeah.
I mean,
Personally.
to me,
Yeah.
it's worth
And-
gold.
Yeah.
And,
Right?
and but again, the advantage is, okay, I think somebody that goes to the SAQ that's buying a bottle of wine $40 plus already knows what he's buying.
Yeah,
Or
for
she.
sure,
Yes,
for sure.
yes.
Or she. It's more the other ones. You go and
Yeah.
it's like I said, like SAQ or Maxi or Costco. Like you're today you want to buy a bottle of wine and you're gonna bring it home, but you didn't get to taste it. You know.
Yeah.
So our advantages
Yeah.
is that you could come to our event and say, "Oh wow, I love this."
But you know, when you're doing an event and you got to think of 10 million thousand things to go get the chairs, get the, you know,
Yeah.
and then, okay, let me go to the SAQ. Should I get this bottle? What do I need?
You're
this?
not
How many do I
sure
need?
sometimes, you're
you
rushed.
grab, and then I remember when I got married many years ago, I chose the wines and I went to the SAQ and I got the, you know, because we had a bar, we were at the Olympic Stadium, so it's bring everything, right? So we set up the bar and it was a pain in the ass because I think I brought back more bottles than because I didn't want to run out. So like fucking 15 bottles of grappa, we went through 14.
Yeah.
But then one of every type, and you know, to
sure.
me it would have been great knowing, you know, hey, how many bottles of wine do I need? We're 120 people.
Yeah.
Bring what you think, a table wine and a better wine for whatever, you know, whatever it may be, and then you guys just bring it there, and it's amazing.
And it's taken
it's a
care of.
personalized service. I think it's super important.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's also a process to that, depending where your hall is. So let's say you're getting married and you want our wines, it still has to go through the liquor permit of the establishment.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we go pick it up.
But you take care of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to have
The stamp.
You know,
Yeah,
you
of
don't
course,
just
of
show
course,
up
yeah,
with you know.
The bottles.
Yeah, no, you're not allowed. But it's not like you show up with La Dame John and you know.
You can try.
You could try,
That- you could-
and you might get away. But there's a process. You know.
course,
There's-
of course,
there's, yeah, you know.
Okay, wow.
Oh my God, that's
Amazing.
crazy.
Yeah.
So now that which one are we trying
So
now?
right now, what we're drinking is a 2023 Valentino.
Okay.
Okay. Here we'll play a little game.
Oh boy, I have a game at the end of this. This is where it gets interesting. See, he turns around.
See,
Okay.
well, there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to wine.
Okay.
Because what I smell doesn't mean exactly what you're going to smell,
Ah,
and what I taste doesn't mean
I'm gonna
you're-
taste the same thing. Okay.
So there is no right or wrong answer. You can say it smells like something, and you might be right, you might be wrong, or
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So how do you know if you're right?
Stefano, you too. You're gonna have to do this.
What do I do? What do I got to do?
Just-
If it involves drinking, I'm in.
Well, you swirl it first.
You have to swirl it.
You swirl it exactly.
Uh-huh.
Put it up to your nose, and do you smell anything, or you just smell white wine?
I need a coffee bean. It smells like it's so wet. Oh, I smell something. I
Again-
smell florally almost.
That's not bad, actually. That's not bad.
Yeah, like I kind of get, I don't know why, not grass, but like,
Floral, eh?
Well, it's interesting because what you're saying is you smell something that's low to the ground.
Yes.
So this particular Valentino, okay, where the vines are planted, okay, it's crushed seashells.
Oh.
So way back it's in the Pisa area in the Etruscan times, it was underwater. So when all the water receded thousands of years ago, the land was full of salinity.
wow.
So now when you walk through this vineyard, you actually see like seashells. You don't just see earth.
Okay.
Oh.
So the finish of this particular Valentino, it's not all Valentino by the way,
Okay.
is going to have a minerality. It's a salty finish almost. So it's not your typical white. So the fact that it's floral is a good answer, but like I said, there ain't no wrong answer. You can say it smells like vanilla.
Yeah.
It smells like
It smells like the
molasses.
sea.
Your nose
Yeah,
could be screwed up.
So the finish is probably it's
It does. Like I don't
It's us.
usually do white. I do. I have. So I'm not like
I
a
like
connoisseur, but I have to say that this one I do taste something a little different than regular whites.
Yeah, it's probably the finish.
Probably.
Like when it's going, it's you'll feel it like when it's going down, like the saltiness, even though it's not salt, of course.
Yeah. But the
It's
It's just
subtle, no
different.
aftertaste.
See, this one activates the tip of my tongue, which is weird because usually wine activates the
saliva.
back
the back.
part of my tongue. Yeah.
I never took it that far, but
Well,
I will tonight.
There is no wrong answer.
Gotcha.
So you know,
Yeah.
people who say, well, it reminds me of
The-
whatever, walking through the forest and whatever.
The
It's all good.
interesting thing is when I got together with this project with Joe 2 years ago. Before wine was good wine or my dad's wine when he used to make it. Like, then he's look, guarda come chiaro. Look how clear my wine is. Yeah, but it doesn't taste good. Fine, in a year we're gonna be putting it in the salad.
I smelled it. I'm hammered already.
Yeah, but like I knew the difference between a good wine and a not an average wine, because I won't say not a good wine. But once Joe started to like pinpoint things, like now when I drink a bottle of wine, it just activates. He activated my palate.
Yeah.
So I have this. I don't know what it is, but I know that this is it, man. Like this is a good bottle of wine.
Well, I know that they normally try. I saw a show. It was a signature show on wine tasting and the different processes that they go through as a sommelier, or like it's a certain number of wine tasters in the world, and I think they said there's 10. Really, they call them master sommeliers. And the lady that I had watched, she says, when you're doing your wine tasting, because as a sommelier you have to taste it. You have your dark red, your ruby red that goes with the red meats, and then you'll have the lighter shade of red, the rosé, the white, different shades of the Chardonnays, right? So they all go with different types of food. You can pair them with desserts, fish, depending. And she was saying, as a sommelier, as a master sommelier, you try so many that eventually you can't drink everything that you try because you're going to get smashed.
100%.
She said, so how they really do it was interesting. They said they would take the drink, but they would spit it out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
I quit that job.
No, but
I quit.
no, but the thing
sucks.
is, how is it that you cleanse your palate? You would have to cleanse your palate after having every glass. Imagine. And I'm saying to myself, how can you taste each individual wine if you're trying so many? Don't you get confused after a while? Like all the tastes, don't they mix?
100%.
See?
100%.
So how could you be sure? Like let's say you try, not these ones necessarily, but let's say in general you try different types of wine. Let's say from house to, let's say, very finer ones like yours. How is it that eventually you can tell the difference? You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's not everybody who can tell the difference. I mean, some people are more, their palate is more acute.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a much better palate way back when than I do right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's my pH in my saliva. It's changed over the years.
Okay.
And I used to be able to pinpoint a lot of stuff where, as I'm getting older, I don't pinpoint it as accurately.
Okay.
But again, like I said, it's very, wine tasting is very, how can you say it? It's not a perfect science, and everybody tastes the wines differently.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay, now how's this for, because most of us are musicians in here, okay? So your palate would be because, taste, smell, sight, right? Is the equivalent of
Your ears.
hearing notes and music.
Okay.
And I have a really good pitch, but I don't have perfect pitch. But I have friends that have perfect pitch. So they could, know exactly what that note is.
Yeah.
I could
That's
sing it,
interesting.
but I can't say that's a C sharp or a.
We have relative pitch.
So it's the same thing with a person that's
tasted.
become a professional wine taster or a sommelier.
Yeah.
They've one built up their palate to understand, even through their nose. Sometimes they don't have to taste it. They just, when you see it in the movies, and I laugh of like, and still with Joe. Yeah, there's like a bit of oak and some blueberry, and I'm like, dude, it's wine, But they've acquired this sensation in their sense of smell and taste. So, and then there's guys that are above that, which would have the equivalent of perfect pitch, but with their taste, and that happens to chefs. It happens, master chefs, like you put too much coriander. No, I did. I put a bit, but they know because that's their calling. That's their thing. It's and
Like a master sommelier, for example. Okay, a lot of them are done blindfolded when they do taste testings.
Oh wow. Okay.
They're able to know if it was a rainy season, if it was a dry season, and stuff that we can't even, I can't even fathom.
or
that.
Coke or Pepsi.
Yeah, there you go. So I mean, To each his own, and that's why there's only, like you said, I don't know if there's 10, 15, 20.
Well, at the time when I
Yeah,
saw
there's
this
not-
special,
there's
there
not
was
that
10.
many.
There could be 9, there could be 12.
I don't even know
now.
that myself, but it's
But
pretty
they're
amazing.
very, very refined, and this is
Yeah.
something that you do during the course of, so I find it very interesting when you're involved in something like this,
Yeah.
because I find you as a person, you become refined to what you're drinking, and your knowledge becomes tweaked and refined as well, because automatically you'll know, well, this pairs well with a nice New York steak, or
Yeah.
a nice langoustine, or whatever. So, or a pasta dish, or just even a dessert dish, or an aperitivo if you wanted to just to drink and just you don't want to eat, you just want to drink and relax. So I think everything has its own class, which is very, very interesting.
I like the fact, and I found this with me. I don't know if it's with everybody, but I'm not like I couldn't tell you anything. But if you give me like taste, but my senses will open up. Like you told me about the seashells, so now like my mind will kind of go there. And I've done this with cigars and olive oil, and I'm talking about this because recently my cousins from Italy were here, and they do olive oil. So I never tasted olive oil. He goes, "You want to know how you know if it's a good olive oil?" Okay. And he did this whole process with me. He poured it, put it in your mouth, spit it out, then swallow it. Then do you feel the spiciness at the top of your mouth? Do you feel it when you're going down? There has to be spiciness. And all of a sudden, I wasn't a connoisseur of olive oil, but I never would have thought of it before. But now he told me all these little things. And so now my brain kind of goes and says, oh, okay, yeah, I see the spiciness. I see all these fucking bullshit. I don't know if it's our mind. I don't know if it's our mind that's telling us that, or if it's because we're told. But now, like the seashell thing, if I have this wine,
I love that idea. Yeah.
It's gonna be like, oh my god, I wonder if I'll be able to tell, that if I can get to that level by knowing and by studying it, or is it all a crock of shit in the end? Because it could be, right?
I'm very curious. The seashell, the seashell. Is it only in that area? Is it simply zoned there?
I'm sure there's more areas like in Europe but this particular vineyard, all his wines are very different. He has a Sangiovese, he's got a Ciligiolo, he's got the Vermentino, and they're all different because of that particular type of soil.
Nice.
So you're gonna have his Chianti.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Chianti Classico because he's not in that particular region. So they call it in Chianti Superiore, and it's very different from the Chianti we're used to drinking just because of the soil aspect of it.
Very nice. That's amazing.
So
we're
now,
trying another one. Oh boy.
This is
He's
this is
ready.
interesting. You gotta finish that. So this is interesting because it's kind of a conversation piece. Because when you say wine, people automatically think Italy, or
Yeah, exactly.
then it goes to France,
Yeah.
it goes to Spain, it goes to and who would think, right? Canada, right? So
Canada.
this is one of our
It was flag
suppliers.
week, just saying.
Ferox. They're from Ferox. Ferox.
Ferox means, in Latin, it means fierce.
So
okay. I
it's
see
from
it.
Niagara on the Lake,
Oh, nice.
right?
Okay.
So what's interesting, why I'm saying this is because when you say, oh, we have a Canadian wine, people kind of like, what do you mean?
Especially in Quebec.
Yeah, and it's right up there with the other ones, So now you'll taste,
Oh,
something,
cool. Okay, thank you.
Relax. You have?
I have to drive.
You still have some wine. You're gonna have to come before I break everything again. Yeah. I got up before
Is this your
and I
favorite
forgot I had the
wine?
wire. Eh?
Is this one of your favorites?
This is the sharp red that I was talking about, the dark red. Oh, and actually,
I would say so.
So this particular wine, okay, they have, I would say they have maybe about 15 wines.
I forgot it was you.
Yeah.
More or less. This particular wine is called Vantage. Now, if you take a look at the bottle, one interesting thing about it, there's no vintage on it. Wines, it will be in 2022, 2023, whatever. So this particular wine has 4 vintages. So that's why you don't see it on the bottles. There's no date on this bottle.
So what does that mean, vintage? Like
Vintage is the year.
Okay.
So in this particular bottle, you have 2019, 20, 21, 22. So they're grapes from 4 years. Okay.
Together.
Oh.
Put together. So it's in French, it's in assemblage. It's
And is it in
multi-varietal.
equal portions?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. And there's 5 grapes in here.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so there's if I'm not mistaken, there's Cabernet Franc, there's Merlot, Malbec, Syrah, and a German Austrian grape, which is 53% of this wine, which is not a lot. It's a lot, but it's a grape that we're not used to drinking. A little bit
Okay.
like the Chiligiolo that Charlie mentioned before. I think it's called Weigelt. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it.
Okay. Sounds like a piece at IKEA, but yes.
So it's
Make
very,
your own wine.
it's very interesting. So I mean, you guys got to taste.
And they always, all their wines at that vineyard is like that?
No.
Just
no,
that one?
No, they have a single variety like Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, and their wines are in different, for example, this, you can call it an entry level, although I don't consider it an entry level wine.
Not
They
at
have the
all.
silver
Yeah, I tasted it.
collection.
Not at all.
They have a silver collection, and they have something called Black Lion. And Black Lion is probably one of the best wines I've had, is one of their wines in
Really?
Niagara. It's simply amazing. His
Wow.
name is Fabian Rice. If I'm not mistaken, the vineyard, they purchased it off another family in 2018. Him and his wife Stephanie run the place. The place is spectacular. You need to go there. The
Wow.
whole area is spectacular.
Yeah.
But their vineyard is really something else, and their wines are very nice.
Wow.
Niche market.
Yeah.
Wait, we have to see what I smell.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not sure what I smell. Hang on. It smells sweet.
Tastes good.
It's
Very
nice.
good. Yeah, it's a nice
Salud.
wine.
It's not easy to make a wine like this because you're using 5 different types of grapes.
Wow. Salud, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
So this is the type of stuff we can make in this wonderful country of ours.
Is that one of the, I guess that's one of the ones you have like a
Yeah,
staple?
well, we're going to have their whole lines, and then we're the only ones you can get it.
Wow.
You either
We
go to the
we already
vineyard and
had-
get it, or you
Yeah.
got to go through Korked.
Well, we have 3-4 choices.
Right now, what we're going to do is we're in the process of deciding exactly for this market, like is the Riesling going to work better, a Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc in the whites, or the Cabernet Franc. Or we're trying to figure it out, but at least I think 5 to 7 maybe, but we're going to have to discuss.
I like the
Yeah.
taste. Very
We'll
fruity.
probably be going down to Niagara
Yeah.
to do an actual
cool.
tasting.
The fun part with this wine, with this company, is that now there's the new Shop Canadian tag.
Yeah.
And that's we're proud to
To keep it
have-
local. Yeah.
We already had it, but now we've enforced our relationships to have go get a bigger market here in Quebec. So
Sure, absolutely.
And again, the Shop Canada tag is just working perfect timing.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
Are there
that's
any
incredible.
vineyards in Quebec that you? I don't even know if there is any.
There are
There's
vineyards in
beautiful
Quebec.
vineyards in
Yeah.
Quebec.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Mostly in the eastern townships.
Okay.
They're getting a lot better. It's like I remember when I first started in this business, I visited a couple of them, and I said, I'm not crazy about it. The grapes are different. I mean, because of our climate, they don't do as well as,
Yeah, for sure.
example, being in Burgundy or
Absolutely.
or in Tuscany. I mean, we don't have the climate for it, but the winemakers are very good in Quebec. So they study the same way an enologist would study in Italy or in France. And they use a lot of Frontenac is a grape that's used predominantly in Quebec. And honestly, it's a very difficult to work with, but they're doing a really good job. But more and more what they're starting to do now is they're starting to have des assemblages, multivarietals. So they'll put in their local wines, Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Noir, so kind of...
So yeah.
I thought maybe in Quebec, from what I noticed, it was the ciders. They have the.
Well, of course.
They're huge in the ciders
time.
here.
more dessert wines. But there's that taboo of, Quebec wine or a Canadian wine.
Yeah.
And a lot of Quebec wineries now, they're hiring people from the other side, from Europe, to make their wines.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it's kind of interesting. Like I visited a couple, and they were from Bourgogne.
Wow.
So they're headed our way.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very good thing.
So it's I got nothing to say like negative about Quebec wines, because if you have a good winemaker, an enologist, and they're passionate about what they do, for sure you can make good wine. It won't taste exactly the same like as a maybe a high-end European wine, but it's just different.
When it comes down to taste buds, it's like pizza. Everyone talks about Napolitan pizza, and I love it. And I went to Italy, and I love the pizza. It's fucking amazing. But you know what? We have some good pizza here.
We have great pizza.
We have great pizza. I'm not,
100%.
like
Yeah.
a good old-fashioned Canadian sloppy
Hawaiian
pizza.
pizza.
I'm not a Hawaiian
I'm not a
fan.
Hawaiian pizza fan. I don't know.
But just to say, we have good pizza here, and it's different. It's definitely not the same as a Napolitan pizza, but it's still damn good.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
100%.
So who cares? It's all about what you like.
It's like anything else. I mean, it's easy to label stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to really like scratch the surface and.
But also accessibility, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You can't fly to Italy and have a cornetto and a
I have to say that's
Well, you
and
could,
a cappuccino.
but
Yeah.
No, I mean on a daily basis.
yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But, you know,
The
you
time
go-
difference would
there's-
kill you, but that's another
Yeah.
story. So, in terms of the wine itself, I mean, if anybody wanted to, let's say, order from you, how would they do it?
There's different ways to do it. I mean, obviously, if they know Charlie and I, they can call us directly. If not, through Korked, there's an email address.
Okay.
Phone number, I believe, also that we put on the website.
Well,
Maybe-
we're on Instagram.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's Korked by Lily de Florence, but it's going to be Korked. We're going to be changing that this week. So Korked on Instagram, Korked on Facebook. Our email is info.korked@gmail.com. And there you would ask to be on our mailing list
Okay.
through
okay.
the email that you sent us. But you could incorporate that in.
yeah.
I'm
for
going to
sure.
give you a card.
For sure,
And
yeah.
I guess you'll see it at the end of
Yeah. At
this
the end of the
filming.
podcast,
Yeah.
usually.
And
we'll put all
and then once you're on our mailing list, besides getting our wine list, then we would send you invitations. Hey, we're doing again a wine tasting here at this place, Thursday night, April something, May something, and then bring
we
a friend.
should book it. We should book it
Yeah,
already.
that's it. We should do it.
Yeah, and the thing is that again you get to leave with an experience as well, and hopefully you buy stuff too, but you get to leave with an experience because, like I said, when you go to another place, when you go to a store, SAQ or a store, you don't get to taste what you're buying.
True.
So here you could, and you could, hey, give me 6 bottles of that and
Yeah.
6 of this and.
We should do.
awesome.
We should do like the 3 best things: art, music, and wine.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
you
do
know
an
what?
evening
That's
of
life's indulgences,
You
right?
watch-
That's it.
you look
and
at some of the
chocolates, and
art.
chocolates.
Yeah,
some of the art. We're gonna have some
100%.
musicians
Yeah.
playing,
Yeah.
tasting some wine.
Oh my
it's
God,
fucking
that
beautiful
would be
evening.
amazing.
Yeah.
Bring a pizza bar here and we're
cream
on
rolls.
fire.
Cream rolls.
Cream rolls.
Cream
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
You got your
There
hand.
you go.
I'm a baker, dude.
He's a baker.
Oh, oh
Oh,
shit.
there you go. There we go.
Okay.
You knew that?
I had no idea. What's happening? What is going?
How about Friday?
I worked
We're
at Del
here.
Sole for 10 years
Wow.
when I was,
See, the
Sure,
things we
but-
point out on Let's Talk It Out, not in session.
Yeah.
But by the way, Charlie's an amazing cook, an amazing baker. I mean, I've had a lot of his stuff. His
Shit,
pizza's
dude.
crazy. His
What?
cannolis, everything.
This Christmas I made cannolis, like from scratch, the shell, everything.
Wow.
Ah.
So,
I didn't know
Very
this. What the
nice.
hell, Charles? How many years have I known you?
I know, but you see, that's it. When I say my stories, people think like I'm 104. Because, well, when I was with lipstick, my part-time job after high school was the bakery. So
Okay, yeah.
10, 12 hours a week. And then, I stayed there 10 years. The
Wow.
last 4 years I was running the production. And here we are. Another
Wow.
thing that I have under my belt, but it's just I love it anyways. It's just
Here
I
as
lo-
well with the wine.
I love
the
cooking.
event is
I love-
already catered.
The event is-
That's it.
Yeah.
We already
The
took
event
care of
is
it.
done.
That's it.
And you were of age. I owned Cafe Diamante
Oh my
on
God.
St. Lawrence
Yeah, I remember that.
in
That's-
1997. Yeah,
Sacre, man.
which there was Baffone, Cafe Italia,
Yeah.
Quelli della Notte. There was, and then we got murdered by the ice storm.
Oh, yeah,
that was
I
the end
know,
of me.
yeah. Oh,
but
memories.
the end of the place. But it was just amazing to be in that neighborhood at that era.
Oh yeah.
where-
Buffone, yeah. I used to
where,
play there every
you know,
Wednesday.
Yeah, where Little Italy was
When it was
you know,
happening.
Yeah, progressing and and
Well, before we go on to our next topic, we have a game.
okay.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
it's
Oh, yeah, I have
check
it?
your phone.
Okay, good. Let me check my phone. Yes, I got it. Okay, guys, this is called rapid,
Rapid
response.
response.
So I'm gonna ask a question.
I don't know if I like this.
You have to
And
drink a
it's,
bit more. The answers will come easier.
easy. It's the fun part. It's the fun part.
Wait, have another glass.
There you go.
So the whole point is that you have to answer. You have 3 answers to that one question. You have to do it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I? Sorry, what's your name?
Dionysus. D is here.
Joe, give him a bit.
Oh, sure. You want some more?
Like, there's somebody, there's a friend in the
Yes,
back,
yes.
and he's been sitting there, and we're drinking, and we're, like,
Sure.
I've been wanting
But
to
you
interrupt.
get my mug.
I thought I got to finish the rest of it when you guys.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
could.
That's,
You could.
that's the grand prize.
Stefan,
Yeah, pour it. Sit down, pour it.
Yeah.
I'll come and get it.
red, white.
Red.
Very good. It's very good, actually. It's all very good. No, that's good to know because I host a lot at my house.
Yeah.
And we're always looking for, fine wines, tasty wines. I love fruity, and the ones that I've tried right now, I find that there's a fruity hint to it,
Yeah.
fruity tone, and I love it. It's just so good. Yeah.
So the fruity tone is they're fairly young wines. That's why you get the fruity tone.
I love it.
The older the wines get, you're gonna have the tannins,
Yeah.
and you're gonna feel it more like.
My
towards
father
the
was
end.
oaky and
Oh, yeah.
dry. My father loved dry. And I'm like, nah, I can't. But you know what? There are some dry wines that are quite good. Never
Yeah.
tasted them, but there are some.
So let's do this.
Yes.
I'll show you. I'm gonna ask Lisa the first one.
Go ahead.
And then we'll ask you guys the next one, and it's just to have
nice.
some fun.
Whatever, yeah, that's it.
She wrote the questions. Lisa, name 3 things that you eat with a spoon.
Soup, yogurt, and pudding.
Okay. Okay. Right. This one's geared to you guys, and the question is: name 3 things. Who's gonna go first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Trust me, because the answers go fast.
Name 3 things that make you laugh. Actually, we'll do 1 each, and you get to 6. Okay. Name 3 things that make you laugh uncontrollably.
Old shows from Johnny Carson.
There you go. That's a good
nice.
answer, Charlie.
Memes from Stefano Vanni.
That's a good one. Joe.
My bank account after COVID.
Charlie.
Trying to get out of bed in the morning these days.
1 each left, Joe.
What's the question again?
3. Name 1 last thing that makes you laugh uncontrollably.
Watching people fall.
Yes, that is
That's
right.
fail army. I could watch that show and die of laughter all day long. Charlie, last one.
All the propaganda that's been going on social media lately.
True.
Christ,
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
that's true.
You don't know where to laugh or cry, actually.
Yeah.
To me, for some reason, it's
Yeah.
Will Ferrell. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Ah,
I
yeah,
look
he's
at that guy, and he doesn't even have to talk yet, and I start laughing because I know what type of joke he's gonna say, and it makes me laugh.
Yeah, because it's his switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets into that character,
And then
and you know, like it's gonna be just a bunch
But
of
it's
gibberish.
dry.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
so
the face
dry.
is no expression.
so dry. Lisa,
Yeah.
name 3 yellow fruits.
Banana, mango, and apricot.
Oof, apricot. Nice. Okay. Guys, here
It's
you
not
go.
over.
Joe and and Charlie, name 3 things that you do when you're excited.
Besides drink wine.
I laugh uncontrollably.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Joe, anything that you do when you
I
laugh?
leave the room because I get stupid.
I drink wine.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what? There's one more here, and I'm going to ask it to all 3 of you. Okay, this is a good one for all 3. Name 3 things that you would bring on a space adventure.
My guitar.
Nice, that's a good one.
Yeah, with strings, like a lot of strings, a lot of sets of strings, in case I get
Joe?
abandoned there.
What's one thing you would bring on a space adventure?
Freeze-dried wine because I know you can't drink it.
That's true. Lisa,
One thing that I would bring on a space adventure.
your hair dryer,
Yeah, that's it. No, not a hair dryer, a straightener.
a straightener.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Charlie, back to you. Another one that you would
That
bring.
I would bring on a space adventure.
Yeah.
Wow. Now you got me. I guess it's almost like being on a deserted island.
How about this? A Walkman.
a Walkman?
Huh?
I still own one.
Fuck, are you serious?
A Discman. Yeah,
That's
it's in a
interesting.
box.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
have the unlimited CDs for that.
Yeah, but
Wow.
probably a good book.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends how long it is, because.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. Joe, do you have a final?
Maybe anti-nausea medication because I despise movements. So I wouldn't make it up there anyway. So it's pretty much a moot point.
You know what? That's good. Lisa, what's your last thing?
An Amazon Fire Stick.
Oh,
There you
interesting.
go.
I like
Well, where
that.
would you plug it?
Would you plug it?
It's a it's an astronaut station. There's got to be a monitor
There's
somewhere.
got to be Netflix somewhere.
Exactly. You're in space. There's satellites everywhere.
How am I going to watch my Golden Girls?
Hey, I'm not that old.
I didn't say it.
Oh, well, we wanted to touch on one last topic
Yes.
before
Yes.
we go.
Yes.
You had something to say about your...
Yes.
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 So I have a friend in Toronto who her name is Tina Cole, and I've known her 6-7 years now, and her last name is Colalilo. So I met her through friends here, her husband's cousins, or everybody, and she's in the music business, and she was the founder of Italfest in Mississauga back in 15-20 years ago, and she developed a new thing called Sing for Italy. But that's the banner. That's the representation for Italy, Italian artists. But the company's called CIA, Celebrating Heritage in the Arts. So the first banner, Sing for Italy, the reason I say that is because it could go on to other countries wanting to get involved, Sing for India, Sing for China, and that. So it's not a singing contest, it's an artist based contest. So it's a singer-songwriter of Italian origin of 25 years old. 25%, sorry, Italian descent, up to 35 years old. And I was hired to be their Quebec liaison to represent them in Quebec. One, to get sponsors. So if anybody wants to sponsor this project, feel free to contact me. I'm also on social media, Charles Vaccaro, pretty much across the board.
V-Rocks, baby.
V-Rocks, baby. and what this is, a lot of people misinterpret this as a singing contest, and it's not. It's really what Tina's mission is to introduce and keep the Italian culture alive in the generations to come through music for now. And this is, right now, it's a North American project, but we're focusing on Canada this year. So what happens is, singer-songwriters of Italian, you could sing in French, you could sing in English, you could sing in Italian. Singing meaning you write, also your song is written in Italian. You don't have to write it in Italian, and you don't have to sing it in Italian, but you have to, again, be of Italian origin. And there's a major record label backing us up, and the big one is Sanremo at Ariston, the actual Sanremo Festival. So once we get this going through our sponsors and through the media and through promoting it, the artists that will sign up to this platform will get chosen to go to Toronto to perform in front of industry people that will select 3 winners that will go to Italy. One, they will perform at Sanremo during the festival, but on a different stage. There's different stages in the room. Italian tour, songwriting sessions with Italian songwriters, just to get a different, and maybe Italian courses. It'll just get more and more as it builds up. So it's not like we're not looking for the next American Idol. It's to give young artists a chance to be in touch with their roots.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And
Beautiful.
and that's what Sing for Italy is all about. And like I said, I'm right now I was hired to find sponsors. Anybody who wants to participate, it would be an absolute pleasure, because all the promotions are going to be done through the internet, through the Sing for Italy page.
Okay.
And of course, once the show's in Toronto for when the artists go perform, then of course there's going to be all the sponsors being promoted there. But through the internet, it becomes international, of course. So if you're a big Italian-based company here, and you're expanding your business, this is a great opportunity to help us, help you, and we grow this business together.
Where can people sign up?
So on Instagram, there's a Sing for Italy. That's the tag. And then you go on the bio, and it takes you right there. You scroll down, you put your name, you're on the mailing list. For sponsorship, it will go through me. Okay. Again, Charles Vaccaro, Facebook, or once we could give the information at the end.
Sure.
my phone
Also,
number.
they can
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
send.
It's the same phone number as my wine card. I have a Sing for Italy business card, and I've been sending emails to people. I've been soliciting, and again, I'm because I want this to be taken serious. I'm not soliciting everybody. Okay, right now my goal is to go after people that I also can help them help us. You know, like I said,
for sure.
company
Like a
that's-
partnership almost.
Yes, I like a company that's going to benefit them to be on this platform, like I said, because it's not on a poster hanging at a butcher shop. It's on the internet, you know.
Yeah.
So if you produce chairs or metal
Yeah.
or you're a real estate person, you want, you know, you could expand your territory that way.
Perfect.
Also, if people want, they can, let's talk it out. If they're subscribed to us, they can leave a message on this podcast.
Yeah,
Yes.
We're good
Absolutely.
friends.
Yeah, exactly.
We know Charles for years.
Absolutely,
So.
Yep.
and from the heart, okay. We always say we need to help each other out as a community. Let's not let's start here, but let's work this because this is what it's about. I'm of age now where I don't aspire to become a big famous rock star, but I want to pass the torch.
Because
to
you already are, bro.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Thank you. To pass the torch to the younger generation, and of course, we're here in Quebec. It's a little harder, so I always need to express more the idea that our kids, they're not going to speak Italian anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're having people my age and a bit older are having a hard time grasping that. It's done. But that doesn't make them less Italian than me or you or us, right? They're just going to be Italian at a different era, which is 20, 30 years from now.
It's going to be culture.
Yeah, well, look, I say this always as an example. You have Boston, which has one of the biggest and nicest, best little Italies in the world. And, the people that speak Italian are probably,
a handful.
Young immigrants that are chefs or, but the community's been like a fourth, fifth generation
of course.
Italian. They don't, so that's where we're heading. So
all right.
come on board, Sing for Italy, celebrating heritage in the arts.
Excellent.
That's where we're at.
Excellent.
And Korked,
Thank you.
of course.
Korked,
Yes.
of course. Yes. Please don't miss out. So anybody can contact. If you don't know the how to contact Joe or Charles, you can contact myself or Steph. Preferably myself because I answer. Steph, I don't know. He's in cyber world. So thank you guys so much.
Thank
oh
you
my
so
God,
much.
this was
It
so
was
much
awesome.
fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
We have so much left over.
Oh, that's
Oh,
okay.
don't worry.
Don't worry.
Not a word.
Don't worry about
You guys can come to every single podcast.
There you go.
Don't worry about it.
Every Wednesday we record.
This is going to be well taken care of.
Thanks for having us. It's really
Thank you so
it's
much.
so nice.
Awesome.
And again with the wines, there are little things that we spoil ourselves with. So
best.
we're here to guide and we're here to
We're here to
give you
spoil
service. Yes.
Exactly.
ourselves.
100%.
We need it once in a while. We're allowed. We're allowed. We work hard. We work hard.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Joe. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you so much,
Steph.
guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
everybody, for watching. And look at that. Look at that. We're going to party after.
Oh, yeah,
so
big
everybody,
time.
till the next time, everybody. See you soon.
See you later.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.